If I'm doing homework, whatever it is, she's just literally looking at me like, you could be sitting on the couch watching a movie with me. You could be playing with me.
Hey, come here.
Whoa!
You gonna poop in the house?
We had put a lock on it. We came back home and the lock was on the floor and the door was open.
My name is Zach, and no one knows you better than your pet. So I'm trying to meet as many of my famous friends' pets as possible.
What's up, guys? I'm Bree Green, professional basketball player and Harlem Globetrotter, and today you guys are meeting Sade.
So Bree, how did you get Sade?
So I was living in Texas at the time, and my friend had brought her over. She was tiny.
Yeah.
She's not tiny anymore.
No.
She's only 5 months, but she was tiny, and it wasn't meant to be this way, but I fell in love with her immediately. I just had to have her.
You had to have her? Couldn't let her go?
Why not?
So how did you come about the name Sade for her?
Have you heard of the singer Sade?
Yes.
So why not? She's a dope singer, and this girl, she's dope. So I felt like it was a perfect fit.
It is a pretty name.
It is a pretty name. It's different.
For a pretty pup.
Yeah.
What's your training philosophy with Sade? Like, what type of training does she have? Are you like really firm with her? You kind of like let her go at her own flow?
It's all about being patient.
Yeah.
You know, she's a puppy. Like, you can't
get mad at her.
Can't get mad at her. Look at that face, also. You can't get mad at her. So I just think it's about being patient while also being, stern a little bit, but
Still got to be a parent.
you gotta be a parent. Encourage her, uplift her, and then at the same time, little reinforcement here and there.
Oh yeah.
She'll figure it out. Oh, is she using the bathroom? Hey, come here.
Whoa!
No. Come on. You gonna poop in the house?
So she is super young and has a lot of energy. So what do you do to like expend that energy and get it out of her?
Yeah, I mean, she's 100% all pup.
Yeah.
All puppy right now, but that's why we have to go on walks.
Yeah.
I throw the tennis ball, take her to the basketball court, let her run around. Just run some of that energy off, and then eventually she'll calm down. And
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if she calms down by the end of the show. Maybe not.
What would she say about you in one sentence?
My mom is dope. She described me as a bucket. I think loving, caring, loyal, and just a good mom.
Yeah. What would be your Mount Rushmore of basketball players in your eye?
Kobe's my GOAT.
Okay, me too.
I mean, you gotta put Jordan up there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Allen Iverson up there. I'm gonna put LeBron up there. LeBron's a beast. Who am I missing?
Steph?
Greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah, he is a crazy shooter. What was it like being on the Harlem Globetrotters?
It was a cool opportunity. You know,
Yeah.
I got to travel all over the world, meet amazing people. I went to 15 countries so far. I've been to every state except Hawaii and Alaska.
Okay.
But just being able to play basketball and do what I love at the same time was a pretty cool opportunity.
Absolutely. So how would you describe your game when you're playing with the Globetrotters?
Like, even before the Globetrotters, I've always been like a flashy type of player. I literally used to study the N1 mixtapes like growing up, like
Oh, yeah.
Hot Sauce, Skits Malou, all those guys. And then I used to love Allen Iverson growing up, and then Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
So my game,
It's like a mixture of all of that.
yeah. I mean, just growing up, I just like to add some style points to my game.
It's not all about fundamentals. You gotta have your own style.
My fundamentals are out the bag
Yeah.
right now.
So if you could compare your basketball game to any animal, what animal would you be on the court?
Wow,
It's a hard
that's
question.
a hard question. What do you compare your game to?
I guess I'm kind of like a lion. I delegate a lot, but everybody knows to respect me on the court.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with the peacock.
A peacock?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here. Peacocks, they're there.
They're there, absolutely.
don't-
And they make it known too.
Yeah, you don't miss them.
All right, guys, you know what time it is. We're about to do Zach's pet challenge. We're gonna see if she,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
She's a good girl. We're gonna see if she can do some basic commands and see how well behaved she is. Hey, sit. Come on.
Come on.
Can you sit? Good girl. All right, lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
Commit.
There she goes. Good girl. All right, can you shake? Shake.
We're working on that. We're gonna work on that.
Good enough. Good girl. All right, Bree, so when Sade's been a good girl all day, how do you spoil her?
Chicken or take her on, all about car rides. I have a Jeep,
Yeah.
take the roof off, take the doors off,
Oh, she loves that.
put her in the back, let her hair blow in the wind.
Ears flopping.
Yeah, ears flopping, take it to the beach, have a good time.
So what's the craziest story you have about Sade?
Sometimes she gets anxiety from like the weather, or just whatever, I don't know.
Yeah.
So this one time my mom, she gave her CBD drops
Okay, yeah.
for dogs or whatever, but she didn't like look at the dosage or whatever. So I didn't know this. She gave her too much evidently. And she was a hot mess, just
Really?
a hot mess. Anytime I did like a sudden movement, she would like flinch real hard. When she tried to jump on the couch, she fell. Like she
missed
just
completely.
missed entirely. Like, she was lit. She was.
Now you said that she is like full pit. Do you ever run into anybody like, giving you like certain looks when you have her, like the stigma behind pit bulls?
Yeah. I think there definitely is a stereotype about bullies, pits. What they say, don't bully my breed.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of how you raise the dog. Like
Yeah.
Chihuahuas are mean.
Yeah, I think any dog can be good or bad.
It's just how you raise them, how you treat them. But you do get that. They're like, oh, you have a pit bull, you have a bully.
take their
Until you meet them, and then they're like, oh, she's sweet. And those dogs are really loyal too. So, right?
Yeah. So what does it mean to you to have her in your life? Like, what kind of void does she fill for you?
I love her. I'm grateful for her. And when I'm playing basketball or creating content, she can come along with me and just have a good
chill.
time.
I feel like dogs can feel emotion.
They do.
So even when you're like happy, they can feel it. When you're sad, they're there for you.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I don't know why that is, but it's like they just know.
So what inspires you the most every day? Like what makes you get up in the morning and just be ready to work?
I just think waking up period is a blessing itself. I do it for my family. They definitely are the reasons why I'm here. I know people are looking up to me just like they are to you. Being a role model, being an inspiration, positive inspiration at that.
For sure.
And just trying to, keep growing.
Yeah.
Individually.
Just do as much as you can.
As much as I can.
Yeah. Now, what's next for you in your career? What are you working on right now or like striving toward?
I want to continue getting better and better, working on my body, working on, get my jumper right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being able to play you one-on-one.
Oh, hey, anytime, I'm ready.
I want to actually work, I'm about to start a clothing line.
Oh, really?
Basketball has always been something that I've been passionate about.
Yeah.
And I still am, but I think I'm kind of in the transformation of trying to figure out what's next. My next big thing that I want to, really focus on, really be passionate about. And
Fashion might be that thing though.
yeah, it might be, but we'll see.
Coming up next.
And we didn't know how, but every time we would go somewhere and leave him behind the gate, we would come back home and he was out the gate. We had put a lock on it. We came back home and the lock was on the floor and the door was open. Hey, my name is Cedric Joe. I'm 16 years old. I'm an actor. You may know me from Space Jam: A New Legacy or season 1 of Woman of the Movement as Emmett Till. This is my dog Jax. Welcome to Meet the Pets. This is my dog Jax, and he's 5 years old. His birthday is October 10th, and he was actually a rescue dog. His last owners, they didn't really treat him so well. He didn't eat a lot, drink a lot. It wasn't really good. So we had picked him up when we were in the car. Me and him were in the back, and he was like kind of off to the side, and I had just rubbed him a little bit, like every couple minutes. The more I rubbed him, he would get closer, and he would just start laying on me. That's when we knew we were just, we were meant to be together. So probably around the first couple of months we've had him, we used to put him behind like these gates, and we didn't know how, but every time we would go somewhere and leave him behind the gate, we would come back home and he was out the gate. And we didn't know how he would get out. Either sometimes like the door on the gate is open and we didn't know how he opened it. It got to the point where one time we had put a lock on it. We came back home and the lock was on the floor and the door was open. and we didn't know how. Like it was crazy. Like it was crazy. If Jax could tweet anything, it would probably say, I'm going to sleep. Like, this dog can sleep. Where you want the shot at? Right here? You want it right here? It went in. I was always a LeBron fan. Like, a lot of people are gonna say, oh, he said LeBron because he was in the movie, which I feel like I'm gonna hear that all my life. But I was always a LeBron fan. Like, he's just the GOAT. The first time I've ever seen LeBron was in the Lakers facility, and they were in like a glass room. And so I had got the audition, and I was walking to the bathroom, and before I turned the corner, we had made eye contact. I've never felt my heart beat so fast when we looked at each other. So I had to go to the bathroom. I washed my face with water. I had to calm myself down, like just thinking like it's LeBron James. Like seeing him was mind blowing. And then getting into the room, I know I had to just keep a calm head, just keep myself collected. It was just something where I just lived in the moment. And so being in his presence was like, it was crazy. Even seeing him now, I still get like shocked, like, wow, I'm really with LeBron James after knowing him for 2 years. Something I learned about him was LeBron is actually left-handed, but if you watch his highlights or anything he does, he shoots with his right hand. So a lot of people think he's right-handed, but he's actually left-handed, which is crazy because I'm left-handed too. And so when I hear that, it's always cool to meet another lefty, because growing up, I was always like the only one. So it feels good to be around other lefties. Oh! Jax will be a great bench warmer. I don't think he'll be a great water boy, because that takes a lot of hustle. I feel like you're not there yet as far as when it comes to your stamina and energy. I don't think you're there. We can work on it though. What kind of NBA player would I compare myself to? I feel like James Harden. I do practice a lot of the moves he does, and then he just goes. That was sloppy, but he does that a lot. And another thing that I like about James Harden, he's left-handed. See, I hope Sierra watched this. Yes, I am better than Sierra Wright in basketball. Last time we played, he had like more fouls than he had points. The thing about football players, Sierra, is they play way too aggressive. They foul too much, and then they think the foul isn't a foul. I told Sierra that the door is always open because I'm ready. So the jersey, it is a painting somebody made on set. His name is Nick. He actually created some shoes for me. If you can see the C for Cedric, and then like the Space Jam logo, which you see on the jersey. My nickname for on set became OG Ugly, which he just had to include in the shoe. So these were the shoes Don Cheadle had ordered me, and these are like one of my favorite shoes. Like these shoes are really cool to me. This is the pet challenge. Up, come on. Sit. Good boy. U-turn. Yeah. Okay, stay. Stay. Good boy, come on. There we go. If you feel like you are responsible and is ready to take on the responsibility to own a pet, then do it. And at the end of the day, it just becomes family. Please take care of it. Something I'm looking forward to, and some of my big goals. As far as acting, I really want to do an action movie. And as far as just personal goals, finish school first. I just want to be known as an actor, producer, probably even a director, a writer, win Grammys, Nobel Peace Prizes. I really want to play a celebrity basketball game, and I want to make people feel. In acting, I feel like I just want to make you feel either You can love my character or hate my character. And I feel like if you don't do one of those, then I didn't do my job. I just want to make people feel in my career. Season 1, Woman of the Movement, I play Emmett Till. I'm really excited to just tell the story of Emmett and Mamie Till. And I always say it could have happened to anybody. It could have happened to me, one of my friends, one of my families. It's just a heartbreaking story of what happened. And I'm really glad that I'm getting to play the role and, you know, remind people what happened and what is going on still today. All right, looks like this is the end. Thank you again. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having Jax. We really enjoyed our time. And thank you for watching Meet the Pets. We will see you later. Bye.
Coming up next.
After my brain allowed me to realize that she had torn up my baby blanket, which I got for my very first Christmas and have had every day since. That thing has come with me. Its name is Pillowcase. It's a she and her name is Pillowcase. I think Lady likes Cobra Kai. She probably likes the Miyagi-Do aspect a lot more than the Cobra Kai aspect, which is fine. I mean, me too. Hey, I am Mary Mauser. I play Samantha LaRusso on Netflix's Cobra Kai, where I do karate and cool stuff. And this is Lady Charlotte, and welcome to Meet the Pets. I named her Lady Charlotte after receiving her as a late birthday gift. I had a pet bunny who I loved very much, but passed away. My mom could tell immediately that I was really, really sad and in need of a new buddy. So she surprised me with Lady. We went to the airport and I had no idea what was going on, but we picked up a lady. I was happy, I was surprised and excited. First name Lady from Lady and the Tramp. Second name Charlotte is from The Princess and the Frog. It's also one of my all-time favorite girl names, so I guess I can't name my kid that now. This is my kid. She's also my roommate. I tease her, and I like to believe that in her mind she's teasing me back about roommate type things, arguing over who gets to make breakfast first and things like that. But she's seriously the best dog ever. I have a really hard time saying the word dog. I'm one of those people. She's my child, my baby. We actually shoot the show that I'm currently working on, Cobra Kai, in Georgia. So I, uproot my life once a year for the past few years and go move to Georgia and live there. I don't really know many people in Georgia other than our cast and crew. So especially the first season, I was really nervous and I got to take Lady with me. And it was so nice coming home at the end of a really long work day, especially a super stunt day where I'm just covered in bruises from the end of filming a bunch of stunts. And I get to, did you find a friend? And I get to go home and curl up with Lady. And she's always in the mood to watch a Disney movie. I like to imagine... Okay, I'm sorry. Do you want to say it? I like to imagine that Lady's #1 repeated tweet about me would just be, why are you doing that? Because I think that's the facial expression she gives me on a regular basis. If I'm folding laundry, if I'm cleaning things up, if I'm writing, if I'm doing homework, whatever it is, she's just literally looking at me like, you could be sitting on the couch watching a movie with me. You could be playing with me. Why are you doing that? For sure, Lady has taught me how to slow down. I am one of those people who has a million things to do all the time, and Lady is so content all the time. She has definitely made me plenty of times stop and be like, all right, I don't need to do the 7 more errands I had to do today. I can just sit here and hang out with Lady for the rest of the afternoon. And there's plenty of times I do that. Maybe too many times that I do that. The most catastrophic event, I think, of my adult life, actually, was waking up in the morning and I had this gut feeling that was just something is wrong, something's weird. And I opened my eyes and I saw shreds of something all around me and I was like, what did she tear up? And I was like, these look scary familiar. And I realized at some point, after my brain allowed me to realize that she had torn up my baby blanket, which I got for my very first Christmas and have had every day since. And all of the moments in my life where I've traveled, whatever it is, that thing has come with me. Its name is Pillowcase. It's a she and her name is Pillowcase. It was the morning that I was supposed to go to a meeting for a potential new agency. And I screamed and was crying, and then I literally called my manager. I was like, I can't go to the meeting with the agent. Lady destroyed Pillowcase. And he was like, have you had a talk with her? And I did. We had a long talk. And ever since then, she hasn't destroyed anything else that's crazy. At one point, she just kind of grew up, and it was like a hard transition. I'm gonna get emotional. It was like a hard transition for me where I was like, is there something she wished should I get a different kind of toy? Is there something she's missing? Like, I'm changing her diet. Is there anything that I can do to make her happy? And then I realized one day, I was like, oh, she's just like leveling out. Like, she's, just chilling out. And it's funny that I feel like at the same time, I was kind of leveling out in my life. So by the time we kind of leveled out together, I was like, oh, this is our new relationship. We're like chill buddies. One of my miracle tricks when Lady was really little, I don't know how, but the movie Lady and the Tramp, if I would put it on, as crazy as she would be, like whatever mood she was in, she'd just be roughhousing, tearing up the couch. She ruined a couch. Anyway, whatever it was, I could put on Lady and the Tramp and she would sit still and just watch it. Like, she stared at the TV and she'd watch the whole movie, whatever, like an hour and a half it is, she'd watch the whole thing. And still to this day, that's like, I'd say her favorite movie. And I'd be like, surely she's gone to do something else. She's still planted on the couch, just sitting there napping, watching a movie. I think Lady likes Cobra Kai. I think she probably likes the Miyagi-Do aspect a lot more than the Cobra Kai aspect, which is fine. I mean, me too. But I think she probably prefers the peace and tranquility to the all-out karate brawls. This is Lady Charlotte's Pet Challenge. All right, ready? Sit. Good girl. Sit up. Sit up. Good girl. Dance. Dance. Sit down. Good girl. About a month out, we start training, and we do usually just a few of us at a time with the trainer, and we will train stunt work, martial arts, and then like karate stances and punches and kicks and things like that. But no formal belt training, although I would like to get into that at some point. I would say Samantha has a lot of really cool trick moves. We've kind of talked about the idea that, Samantha took a break from karate for several years, and the idea that maybe in those years she took dance classes or gymnastics, and that those things kind of influence her karate style. So I think she might be able to pull out some cool trick moves on Daniel, but Daniel taught her everything she knows. So I think he would see a lot of it coming and be able to best her. From the show itself, my biggest takeaway is nobody's really the villain and nobody's really the hero. Kind of like we all are individually in our own moments, in our own storylines, and in our own lives, both at different times. From filming Cobra Kai, I would say I've learned take naps whenever you can. It's a very long day of shooting. Thanks so much for watching Meet the Pets. Lady and I had a lot of fun hanging out.